And I ask this a lot of times, Pearl and Boheme, are women more progressive and do better, and women and children under their own control or under the control of men?
Under the control of men. We know that, Ali.
Should men control women?
In terms of
Yeah,
what?
you don't want
Just total
that.
control?
No,
Damn.
no, no. That, and that's
No,
the
I'm
problem.
asking. That's what you mean? So you just a blanket control.
You
Blanket
said
control?
if we control you,
What?
a Pearl. Outside of what we don't control you, everything y'all try to do is something 304 stuff. Y'all want to be lit. You want to go to the club. You want to go to strip club. You want to go on girls trips. You want to go to. You want to do OnlyFans. You want to be a video vixen. You want to be an influencer. Everything
Who
is on
are
some
these
whole stuff.
women?
Okay, Ali, that's
Most
the
women.
extreme. It started with just women
That's
wanting to
most
just
women.
work and have an identity outside
relate.
of this.
And Boheme, it's gotten so bad that when women actually get what they want, they get the marriage, they get the baby, they get the family. They want freedom, aka going back to being a thought. Like
That
they
is
want to
not
go.
true, Ali.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, it's not being a
Okay,
thought.
so
So
what?
let me explain something to you. So when certain, I don't want to make a blanket statement. So we're not
Come
gonna say.
on now, host playing this to us. Come on.
Oh no, hey
Okay,
Pearl,
so, no,
hey
I'm
Pearl,
serious.
Pearl. I didn't get
Yes,
to say
Ali.
the second. It's either she going back to be a thought, or she does. It's too hard for her to love somebody outside herself. She loves herself way more than she loves her man or her kids. So it's two. I'm sorry. One is she goes back to being a hoe, or number two is she struggles and doesn't want the responsibility to love somebody else other than herself. And that usually happens in mature woman. The older woman, younger woman, she go back to being a thought. The mature woman, it's very difficult for her to love a man and a kid and kids and love somebody outside herself. She loves herself more than everybody else.
And sometimes it's just difficult for some women to create a balance. It's not that they don't want the husband and the kids. Sometimes the dynamics in a relationship, she may be overstressed, she may be overwhelmed. I'm not making an excuse. This is
That's an
what
excuse.
happened. No, it's not,
Yes.
Ali, because if she's overwhelmed and she
With
needs a
what?
break, that doesn't mean I want a break because I want to go out and sleep with somebody else. A break can mean I want to go to the spa. A break can mean I want to just walk around Target
You're
and I
making
don't
my
want to
point.
take the kids with me.
You don't
It
go
could be
take your
very
ass to that
dependent on
bathroom,
the
waste some
situation.
Sweeney
I
and Trev,
have a
Sweeney and
question.
Sweeney.
Y'all
Hold on,
got
real
it.
quick.
Y'all got it, big dogs.
Sweeney, Trev, and
My
the
bad, Miss
Dragon.
Pearl.
Lapeef won't talk
Wait,
about
Now
he
y'all
need a
got it,
break.
big dogs.
He don't need a break from working. He don't need a
Don't even
break
worry
from
about it.
providing. He don't need a break from protecting. He don't need a break from cutting the grass. He don't need a break
but
from getting the car fixed. He don't need a break from taking the trash out. Women need breaks constantly from loving their men, their kids, and even going to
no,
work. They're
Well,
always
aren't we
looking for breaks.
emotional?
no.
We
Hold
function
on.
differently though. Like you got it, big dog.
Wait,
Okay,
I'm
okay.
sorry,
I have a
Bo. Go
question.
ahead,
I
Bo.
have a
here.
You got it.
question.
You got it.
Pearl,
Wait,
Pearl.
I
What
hear
you?
every
No,
day
hold on, hold
that
on.
men and women are different. Men and women are different. Here's the thing, like, it's not that we need a break from loving our man or our family or anything like that. A lot of times women give up who they are for their family. They give up what they did before made them who they are.
Mhm,
And if you are consumed, if
mhm,
your whole life is your family, then
mhm,
yeah, you may need a break. You need to go and find who you are eventually.
mhm.
So, like, we are taught to give up ourselves because we have to raise children. We have to have a family. We make our life our husband's life.
Mhm.
So, like, it's not that we're taking a break from loving our family. Sometimes we just need men get to go out and be themselves at work and all they are men they I'm sorry y'all do you don't have to give up hobbies. You don't have to give up certain things that you like, but women often do. And not that the husband is asking that of her, but that's just what women automatically do. We lose ourselves in our relationship. Therefore, we don't know who we are eventually. So, like, it's different. Men and women are different, and this is just a way that we are different. But that doesn't mean that we love our husbands less. Some women do want to just go out there and be a 304, but that's not the majority of women who are married. I'll give
So,
you that, but that is not the majority of women.
Hold on. Hey,
give
JR.
up their
Hey,
hoes. Men
JR.
give up doing whatever they want to do. They give up their resources. Uh oh, did I get hit?
No, in a
Something
different way though. That's what I'm saying. You all do, but you all do it in a different kind of way. We are all approaching this we're all approaching this in different ways.
no.
It looks different for men. It just
How do men
you just have
do
to
it, bro?
admit
No,
that it's just
no,
different.
no. I thought I messed up. Can y'all see me now? I thought I went away. I'm
No, you're
good.
good. Go ahead. Yeah.
So we give up going out. We give up our resources to y'all. We can just take care of ourselves. We don't have to worry about y'all. We give up having multiple women and children. We give up the actual freedom. Y'all actually benefit from us being with you. That's why we push the men to be monogamous. Because if we do whatever we want to do, y'all gonna be.
Yeah. Right when he was going to say that, he froze.
Am I good now?
You're good now. Go ahead.
If there was two planets, one planet where women get to go to, and another planet men get to go to, women would beg to get back on the planet with the men. Y'all benefit from being with men. And then when you have to have a responsibility to the man that you call control, women want their lives back because they don't want the responsibility of having to love somebody, where men have to give up themselves too, Bo. It's a family. You're not, the Bible says it as well too, where both of us come together, become one. So now that we have a family, why are you still talking about your old self when we not no longer our old self anymore either? But if the Bible says a man that finds a wife finds a good thing, then you should be a wife when you by yourself, like I should be a husband when I'm by myself. So when we get together, you should be perfect, unless the woman still wants to go back outside, like I said, or she struggles with the responsibility of having to be a family and having to love somebody outside herself.
No.
Hey, shout out to JR, because we actually had this conversation in person one day. And I went and found the clip, and I couldn't have said it better than the time I said this. So is it all right, JR, if I play this real quick? It's one of your reels that was only like 30 seconds, about a minute or so long.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Access to any and everybody. She does. Never does. The only majority of his access is dealing with people he don't really give a damn to be around at work. That's the majority of his access. He's taking time from his family to take care of his family. Right. A woman would have access to everybody, and she would give herself to everybody. In her mind, she lost herself. Correct. When in reality, if you look at the opposite end and you look at a man and he's like, shit, I gave my entire life to a job. And I lost relationship. That's why when men and women when people get divorced, women tend to be more happy early on in the divorce, whereas men are unhappy because they like, I did all of this and I lost my family, but also he lost those connections with his family because he spent so much time at work. Whereas she has all those connections with the family.
And she don't feel as guilty about breaking up the family because she's still going to be with the family. Yeah. She's always with the family.
Exactly. Stay-at-home mom has more access to any and everybody.
She does.
We give up a lot. That's why that day I said, man, women often tell us how much they lose themselves. And oftentimes we lose ourselves just providing. Where you sacrifice going to football games, hanging out with your wife, hanging out with the kids, just to go to work and provide. And I'm not even talking about men of serious means. These are just regular dudes who got to put in 60-hour work weeks because that's what they need to do to put food on the table.
You know what though? Hang on. You know what though? The difference is between men and women in this way when it comes to leadership and patriarchy, whatever you will call it, when it comes to a family or maintaining a family, is that the burden is always placed on us, and there's nothing that a man's ever going to be able to say or do to shed himself to say, I no longer want to fulfill my role as a man. I no longer want to provide. I no longer want to protect. Forget this whole being a man or a real man thing. Hang on. There is no opt out. I'm sitting this out for a man. He has to provide for himself. He has to provide for his mom or his daughter or his sister or somebody else besides himself. Yeah, I mean, homeless men, different situation, right? But that burden is never, as a collective, as a social collective in a species, we have never said we give up this one thing and we're just not going to do it anymore because we're tired or whatever it is. Whether it's building the world that we live in, the street lamp, anything at all, the infrastructure, from now to the end of time, we wear that burden of the family and holding things together and sacrificing our lives, times, and hours to maintain that family, when women can just walk away at any time that they're unhappy.
But no,
And that's
N-
a
No, to your
That's
point, largely as a species, women don't